I'm just going to prime my eyelids with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. And I just put this all over my eyelid. And then usually I blend it out with like a beauty blender. But a brush would work too, it doesn't really matter. The beauty blender just makes it a lot easier for me. And then once I blend that out with a beauty blender, I just take another beauty blender and some powder, and then I'll set it. Sorry if my attitude like seems kind of down. I just don't feel good, so I'm not in the best mood. But I want to film this, so I'm gonna film it. So I'm gonna take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Artist Palette, and I'm gonna take the color Fresh, which is this yellow color, and I'm gonna use my Morphe M505. Let me look at this picture again. Yeah, I'm going to use my Morphe M505, and I'm going to start working that in my crease. And again, I'm like every other time, I'm just going back and forth in windshield wiper motions. But this time when I get out to the tail of my brow, I'm going to start to drag it out some. And I just grabbed a little bit more color, and I'm going in the same motion, but I'm going to drag it out some. And then in my inner corner, I'm going to start to drag it in towards my nose. But I'm not going to do too much because I don't have foundation on yet. And when I put my foundation on, it might cover it up. So I'm going to leave it where it is right now. But then when I finish putting the rest of my face on, I'll go back in and I'll intensify it. I'm taking Poppy from Makeup Geek with an M443 brush from Morphe. And I'm going to start working this color into my crease. So I'm going in the same area, just a little bit lower. But I'm trying to keep the color as tight as possible. But while I'm placing this color in my crease, I'm blending as well. And the same thing with this color, I'm going to drag it out. So as I place the color, I like to go in small circular motions too, just to make sure everything is blended together and nothing looks harsh or hard. Basically where you don't really see where the color starts and stops. And I'm just going to keep adding color and keep blending it out until I feel like it looks the way I want it to. And then I'm going to go back in with the M505 from Morphe in that same yellow color. And I'm just going to buff this all out. I'm going to take this Sonia Kashuk packing brush and Gumdrop from Morphe. And I'm just going to pack that all over my eyelid. And when I do this, I'm literally just packing it all over my eyelid. There's nothing really special about what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to keep packing on my eyelid until I feel like I have the color payoff that I want. So I'm putting this all over my lid. I'm bringing it up to that poppy color in my crease under the yellow. And then I'm also dragging it out here to meet those colors. This is Redhead from Morphe in that same M433. I'm going to take that color just to darken up my lid and my crease some, and I'm going to pack this on my lid. Okay, so now that I've finished like the top part of my eye, I'm gonna go do my other eye off camera and then I'll come back and finish it. So now I'm gonna do my eyebrows. In that picture I had blue eyebrows and I used the Urban Decay electric palette, so I'm just gonna obviously use that again. And I'm gonna use my favorite eyebrow brush ever, which is the Anastasia number 12 brush. On one side it's an angled brush and the other side is just a spoolie. So to start off with, I'm gonna take the color Gonzo, which is the brighter blue. Whoa, glitter just flew everywhere. Ew, I hate when glitter gets everywhere. So I'm just gonna comb through my eyebrows, and then I'm gonna start at the arch of my brow. And I'm just gonna fill it in like I usually would with powder. I think colored brows throws people off just because it's like a color other than, like, it's like an unnatural color. So when people see them, they're like, how do you do that? But I just use eyeshadow. And I haven't, you can tell I haven't put like foundation or anything over them. I'm just going to fill them in blue. My eyebrow hairs aren't that thick, so I don't have to like cover up my hair or like block them out to make the color show up. I just fill them in. Okay, so I'm going to take Chaos and I'm going to put this at the arch of my brow and then towards the tail of my brow. So I guess you could call it an ombre eyebrow. Don't know, don't really care. Call it whatever you want. It's your eyebrow. Nobody should really care. And I'm just overlapping the colors to give it some dimension. But when I move towards the front of the brow, I'm going to use a lighter hand, and then I'm going to switch back to Gonzo so my eyebrow doesn't look really dark. And then I turn, like, the same way I fill my regular eyebrows, I turn the brush this way, and then I go upwards and make hair-like strokes. And I'm just going back in with Chaos some more at the arch of my brow to make it darker. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm just going to kind of comb through everything, and then I'm going to take a flat brush, some concealer. It's the MAC Pro Conceal and Correct. So I'm just going to use this to clean up my eyebrow. I'm going to take the lightest yellow color. Sorry, it looks very disgusting because it's very disgusting, but it's mine, so nobody else has to worry about it but me. So I'm going to clean up under my eyebrow. I'm going to try to be really careful because, again, my eyebrow's blue, and if I accidentally get any of that blue into that concealer, it could like slide the blue down, and obviously you don't want that. And just try to be really careful if you're doing what I'm doing and cleaning your eyebrows up after you've already done your eyeshadow, because you can mess up your blending and you might have to go back and fix it. I'm using a Sephora number 30 brush. It's a smoky shadow brush, and I'm just trying to blend this out without messing anything up too much. I don't know why I'm making this ugly face, but I feel like it's helping. So I'm keep making it. Okay, so now that I've done that, in the picture I also had glitter in the front of my eyebrows. So I'm going to take Too Faced glitter glue, and I'm going to take this Violet Voss, what is this thing called? I'm going to take this Violet Voss glitter in Hi, I'm Amy, which is just a really bright blue, obviously. So let's see if I can get this open without having glitter fly everywhere. Did pretty good. Okay, again, I'm going to take the Too Faced glitter glue, and like I always do, I'm just going to squeeze some in the back of my hand. A really small amount though, you don't need a lot. I'm taking this Morphe B37, I think. Yeah, the name's not there anymore, but it's a B37. It's like a fat pencil brush. I'm going to dunk it in the glue and then place it at the front of my eyebrow. And actually I'm going to place it at the front of both eyebrows at the same time. Okay, and now that I have the glue down, I'm going to take that same brush, tap it in that glitter. But what I'm going to do, since I haven't set my foundation yet and I don't want glitter to be stuck to my face, I'm going to lean forward, so this might look a little crazy. I'm going to lean forward over the mirror, and then I'm just going to tap it onto the front of my eyebrow. This is way more glitter than last time. Whatever. It's cool. Okay, so in the picture I also had 3 dots underneath my eyebrow, and the 3 dots represented the 3 on his hat. So that's what I only drew 3, just in case anybody didn't catch that. I want you to know I only did 3. That's why. But anyways, this is a NYX white eyeliner. I'm literally just going to go like this and draw 3 dots by the tail of my brow. That was a struggle dot. That one too. These dots are so ratchet looking. But hey, I tried here. And then I'm going to run this along my lower lash line. I'm going to connect it from my lower lash line to the outer, whatever you want to call that, the area where I dragged it out. And see where I'm connecting it, I'm just going to start to drag it down. And then once I start dragging it down, I'm going to take that same M433, and then I'm going to take Gumdrop from Morphe, and I'm going to start buffing that out. Just because I want everything to look seamless. And I'm going to bring it into my inner corner as well. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go back in with Fresh from Anastasia, which is that yellow color, and the same brush, and I'm going to smoke it out some more. So I'm going to pack it in my inner corner, but then I'm going to start to flick it out towards my nose. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm sure some people who don't follow me on Twitter that are watching this video are probably like, what the heck is this girl doing? Like, she's not gonna wear that out. You're wrong. I would go anywhere looking like this. The grocery store, the pharmacy, anywhere. I really don't care. To me, like, makeup is just that. It's just makeup. So when people like start freaking out, are you actually gonna leave the house like that? Yeah, I'm actually gonna leave the house like this. Like, and even if I look absolutely crazy, why do you care? Like, bae, I don't know. I just can't relate. I can't relate to people always being worried about what somebody else is doing. Like, I have too much on my own plate to be worried about what the girl or guy next to me is doing. Like, why do you even care? But I guess that's what happens when you're bored, right? When you don't have anything better to do. You're worried about the next person. Today's Sunday, by the way. Like, this entire week flew by with everything going on. Like, all these killings. Like, I've just been sad the whole week. I honestly didn't even think about filming until last night. I looked at my phone and it said Saturday, and I was like, Saturday? As in, like, Sunday is tomorrow? As in, Monday you have to upload? Like, I was like, what? So, this is how we ended up here on a Sunday afternoon. I was slacking. Okay, so I'm gonna use Sunburst from the Anastasia That Glow Kit, and I'm just gonna pack this on my inner corner. But I'm gonna spray it with this Evian water spray first. And that's not bright enough for me, so I'm gonna use Nylon from MAC. This is Nylon. So I'm just gonna pack that on top. Found her. Okay, so I'm gonna take lunch money from ColourPop with this beauty blender, and I'm just gonna tap this on the tops of my cheekbones. And in the original picture, I just used this and Sunburst from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I have a new highlighter that I want to use. I actually have two new highlighters that I want to use. So, I'm going to use those today instead and see how they look. If you guys follow me on Twitter and Instagram, you guys know that I'm obsessed with these Essence eyeshadows that I saw Shelby on Twitter and Instagram. I don't know if you guys follow her, but you should. I saw Shelby talk about them, so obviously I went and I bought them. They're... Sounds like somebody's about to fall to the ceiling. They're like $2, and they're just eyeshadows, but they're so good for highlighting. So I'm going to use the Grammy Goes Glammy, which is the one I saw Shelby use, and then this one's called Snowflake. And it just looks like it would make it really intense. So I'm going to mix the two together on a Morphe M501. You guys know this is my favorite highlighting brush. And then I'm just going to throw it on my cheekbones. Honestly, it sounds like somebody's going to fall through the ceiling. So if I'm sitting here filming and my brother or my dad or somebody falls through the ceiling, don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, so first I'm going to start off with the Grammy Goes Glammy. And then I'm just going to put that... Oh my goodness. Yes. Couldn't even finish my sentence. Wow, so pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to take Snowflake and I'm going to put this at like the highest point of my cheekbones. So pretty. Like, the lashes I ended up going with are the Cocoa Lashes in Stella, which is the lashes I had on in my last tutorial. And now I'm going to put on my lipstick. And today I think I'm going to use Exposed from Kylie Cosmetics. But I don't know where my liner is, so I'm going to use Boldly Bare from MAC. I know it's not bad.
Ooh, I used to kill 'em with the long hair. On my hair salon.